Morning Edition, the Ministry of National Security signs an agreement with Canada Correctional Facility. Michael Foulkes sworn in as Parliamentary Secretary. And let's see who was honored at the National Examination Awards ceremony. It's the second day of the week and we're off to a great start. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. And joining us live here on the Morning Edition to tell us how things are shaping up weather-wise is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. Our ZNS Tower cam is showing just a few clouds floating around the capital. And as we go into our satellite picture, that old front boundary now has exited the southeast Bahamas, and we anticipate that that high pressure will continue to build. So you'll see the winds increasing during the course of today. And outside of our studios, we have just a few clouds, a temperature around 72 degrees, relative humidity on the rich side at about 73%. We have winds out of the north at around 10 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,016.6 millibars. LaDawn?
Thanks a lot, Basil. Meanwhile, our Vaughn Albury is standing by on McCullough Corner to tell us what we can expect on our streets this morning. Hello, Vaughn.
Thanks very much, LaDawn. Is that music I'm hearing in my ear? The road them dig up? Oh yeah, I like to dance to that. Good morning, everyone. In fact, we're here on East Street, busy East Street. It's only at 7 and already the traffic has started. But today, if you usually use McCullough Corner, I think you ought to make alternate plans because there are some road changes this morning. With me is Sergeant Jerome Thompson of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. There's road closures here today. What advice do you get? This is a busy road.
Yes, this is a very busy road today. I will advise persons to use an alternate route to get to their destination.
Well, I've been in this situation before. I'm coming from Chillingham. I use Hay Street, and I come here, but there is no sign to say McCullough Corner will be closed. What do you do? So you just telling people just change their route already?
They could use different thoroughfares such as Ross Corner, and they could perhaps use Wolf Road to get around. I know this is a shortcut that persons would normally use, but for the purpose of this road works, they'll have to use alternate routes.
In fact, this does not only extend here to East Street, but extends as far as Collins Avenue and West Avenue. So that those persons coming from the east trying to come west, what should they use?
They could use Mount Royal Avenue, more commonly known as Hawkins Hill, the Hawkins Hill area, and the other arteries they could possibly use.
This is always a busy road, but McCullough Corner, if we give our cameraman Lyndon Smith a chance to shoot it, despite the traffic passing by, it was dug up just before Christmas. And in fact, there has been some patching because the road looks relatively smooth. I use this every day to come to ZNS. But for the next 5 working days, beginning at 9 o'clock, McCullough Corner will be closed to vehicular traffic. So, as Sergeant Jerome Thompson said, please choose an alternate route. This is a busy road, so also leave a little bit earlier, right?
Yes, you have to plan to leave earlier because you already know now that there are going to be road works in the McCullough Corner area. So you're going to, if you will normally leave like 10 minutes before your usual time, you're going to have to leave about a half hour before your usual time so you can reach your destination.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Jerome Thompson of the Royal Bahamas Traffic Division. So, you know, you have to leave early and you still play some music in your head. We won't choose the road them dig up. Choose something that suits you. Back to you in the studio, LaDawn.
Some good music to my ears, Vaughn. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis delivered the keynote address at an event billed Grand Port, the road to 2021, Freeport's newest cruise port information meeting last evening to unveil the roadmap for a sustainable Carnival cruise port proposed for that island. Many of the island's residents attended the meeting held at the Foster Pastinia Center last evening. Also in attendance were members of the Prime Minister's cabinet who will remain in Freeport for a cabinet meeting on Tuesday. In other news this morning, an increased focus on training to take place here in the Bahamas Department of Corrections in the coming months as efforts continue to transform the institution from a penal facility to a correctional organization. This as the Ministry of National Security and Correctional Services Canada signed a memorandum of understanding yesterday. Commissioner Correctional Services Canada Ann Kelly talked about the upcoming training initiatives.
Actuarial risk assessment system has been jointly developed that will assist the case management staff to accurately assess inmates' needs and ensure they are provided with the programming they require. Throughout this entire process, CSC and the Bahamas Department of Corrections have taken every measure to ensure that the systems and processes we are jointly introducing meet the needs of the Bahamian people.
Former chairman of the Bahamas Industrial Corporation, the Honorable Michael Folks, took oath as Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Renewal in ceremonies at Government House on Monday. Tanya Smith-Cartwright was there.
I, Michael Folks, being appointed Parliamentary Secretary, do swear that I will, to the best of my judgment, at all times, when so required, freely give my counsel and advice to the Governor General or any other person for the time being lawfully performing the functions of that office for the good management of the public affairs of the Bahamas. And I do further swear that I will not, on any account, at any time whatsoever, disclose to counsel, advice, opinion, or vote of any particular minister or parliamentary secretary.
And just like that, the Honorable Michael Folks was sworn in ceremonies at Government House as the Parliamentary Secretary of the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Development. Folks, who recently served as the chairman of Bahamas Agricultural Industrial Corporation, was sworn in by Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pinley. He said he is eager and excited about joining the Honorable Frankie Campbell, Minister of Social Services and Urban Development, in assisting the people of the Bahamas.
Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you to the Honorable Prime Minister, Hubert Alexander Minnis, for the appointment as Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Development. And I look forward to doing the best I can to assist our persons, our brothers and sisters who are finding serious challenges, and social services is the place to assist them. And I look forward to joining the Honorable Frankie Campbell and him doing the best he can.
At Government House, I'm Tanya Smith-Cartwright for ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Tanya. The Ministry of Public Works is advising the public that Bahamix will be carrying out road paving works on McCullough Corner from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. for 5 working days starting this morning. The resurfacing of McCullough Corner will extend from East Street to 5th Terrace. There will be full road closures implemented for the duration of the works. Therefore, all eastbound traffic on East Street will be diverted to Gibbs Corner. All westbound traffic from 5th Terrace will be diverted to West Avenue onto Gibbs Corner, and traffic from 6th Terrace will be diverted to Gibbs Corner. Stay close, we've got more news right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
It's time to get some love from your bank. Make your 2019 financial resolutions a reality by getting up close and personal with your friends at Fidelity. Make it a date with free financial planning, debt consolidation, and an ASO savings account. Plus, discounted fees and a chance to enter to win exciting prizes like all-inclusive weekend getaways or dinner for 2. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity, we're good for you. 12 schools, 5 islands, 1 big stage. The Music Project presents the 3rd annual High School Pop Band Competition, Saturday, February 16th at the Botanical Gardens. Come witness the nation's hottest high school bands from Exuma, Andros, Grand Bahama, Bimini, and New Providence in fierce, high-energy competition with special performances by some of the Bahamas' leading entertainers. Gates open at 12 noon and the competition kicks off at 2 p.m. sharp. Tickets are available at Airbrush Junkies and all participating schools.
Destination management company Cacique International Limited recently won a prestigious 2018 Stella Award from North Star Meetings Group. The Cacique team was awarded the Best DMC International and U.S. Territories Award in the second year of the program. The Stella Awards, which is one of the leading international recognition programs in the meetings and events industry, honors excellence among suppliers from around the world.
Being nominated was humbling enough. You know, when you hear people at the Oscars or the Grammys saying, you know, it was just humbling enough just to be here, you kind of step back and say, yeah, you know, that is kind of cool, but I'm sure you really would like to win. But it's true. We were honored to be nominated, so they walk away as being one of the top 3 in the world in our category for a destination management company based in Nassau, Bahamas. It's pretty thrilling.
Minister of Tourism and Aviation Dionisia D. Agla lauded the company for its contribution to tourism.
Cacique is an exceptional Bahamian company that has won an award saying that they are in the top 3 in the world. Certainly in this area, in this region of the world. And so it's very proud that a Bahamian company, once again demonstrating that we can do it. And we have the wherewithal, the creativity, the innovation to create companies that will make your visit to the Bahamas, your group, have an exceptional experience.
Sawyer says the company is busy in 2019 as the demand for the meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions market continues to grow in the islands of the Bahamas. I'm Kendia Smith, and this is Tourism Today.
Welcome back to the Morning Edition. Proud parents were present to see their children awarded for receiving top grades for national examinations they sat last year. It took a lot of focus and commitment for the hundreds of students who sat the Bahamas Junior Certificate and Bahamas General Certificate of Secondary Education examinations. Government and independent school examination students who received grade A in 27 BGCSE subjects and 13 in the BJC National Examinations received their awards during a special ceremony on Monday. They also walked away with grades of D through B. Some 6,000 students sat the BGCSE and 11,000 sat the BJC National Examinations last year. A few high achievers told us they were surprised with the results they received and admitted that preparing for the national examinations wasn't easy.
It was a lot of studying, a lot of setting time aside. Like, the phone wasn't an option. Just had to put it down and really study.
We had to practice books. You had to study our books hard. Sometimes we were a bit lazy, but we got through it. Being arcade. There's something about that exam.
Doing practice papers, studying hard, testing each other.
When I got my results, my heart dropped because I thought I was going to do horrible, but I know that I prevailed and I studied very hard and worked hard towards it, and I learned that if you just study and work hard, you could achieve your goals.
Beyond words right now, to be honest, but I'm very proud of myself.
Maurice Johnson flew all the way from North Eleuthera to support his second son, Damori Johnson, who picked up 6 A's, 2 B's, and 1 C in the BJC examinations. Johnson says he is pleased to see the overwhelming support of parents at the award ceremony.
My oldest son came here for BJC and BGCSE. Now I'm here for my next son. It's very, very, very important. Parents just have to put more time to their kids to get good results.
Minister of Education, the Honorable Jeffrey Lloyd, says when parents are involved in the education of their children, they perform extremely well academically. He says education is the primary vehicle for the development of this country and encourages students to keep their eyes on the prize.
There are many, many bars, many impediments along the road to excellence. The number one of them is distraction. Distraction. You see that cell phone? I have 2 of them. That cell phone is your number one tool for excellence, but your number one tool for distraction. Live life and love life. Play in life. And enjoy the great gift of God that is you. Believe in yourself. Exploit your creativity for the benefit of our country.
Congratulations to all of our high achievers. 10 persons charged with breaking the law through infractions, including illegal dumping and littering, will face Chief Magistrate Joy Ann Ferguson Pratt in Court Number 9 beginning at 10 a.m. today. It's the first time in years that the Environmental Court is sitting. According to Minister of the Environment, the Honorable Ramon Ferreira, since coming to office in 2017, his ministry has been busy putting in place all the necessary components to prosecute those breaking the law. That includes personnel to serve summonses, inspectors, lawyers, and court officials. The Environmental Court is additionally set to hear 9 matters tomorrow and 11 matters on February the 25th. So, Fisher, what's coming up in sports?
Coming up in sports, the Government School Basketball Championships tipping off last night at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. If you didn't get there early, there was no seat in the house, and it was a big night for the Rattlers of C.I. Gibson.
That and more ahead in sports.
Was it my fault? Did I dress too suggestive? I just wanted to talk. I was not ready. I said no. I can't tell my mommy this. She'll say it's all my fault. My daddy will beat me for sure. I have no one to talk to.
Let's talk. Call the Bahamas Crisis Center's free 24-hour hotline at 328-0922. Sometimes a conversation can change a life.
Hey, have you heard? ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Whether you're on the move or just kicking back. Miss something on the news? It's there. Want to keep up with a live update? It's there. Or just want to listen to your favorite station? It's there too. Download the app now from the App Store and Google Play Store.
Good morning, everybody. The place last night to be, like I said, was the Kendall G. Isaacs Gymnasium. The Government School Best of 3 Basketball Championships tipping off. Let's start now off with senior boys play. And this one had a storyline. Danica Bowles, Doris Johnson, coach, once played at CI for the Rattlers, coach Kevin K.J. Johnson. So it was the teacher against the pupil. Marlins handled the Rattlers in both regular season matchups, and from the tip-off, looked like they were going to run away with this one. But the Rattlers applied that defense, led 40-26 at the half, and go on to win in convincing fashion, 74-57.
For a fact that we went over a game strategy and it worked our team. I know Doris Johnson is a very good team. They shoot the ball extremely well. And we weathered the storm early. We got their first punch, and after that, that was it. When we started rolling, there was no coming back. But at the end of the day, there's only one win. We got to come back tomorrow ready and focused to go.
Yeah, we just, got carried away early, ran away from the game plan, and just played horrible basketball for a minute. I think we had about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and we actually played good enough for that. It's disappointing, to be honest. That team is nowhere as good as us, talent-wise. It's just disappointing, that's all.
Now, C.H. Reeves and Donald Davis, they have met in the championship for the junior boys for so many years and always gives us close games. This one, no exception, as the two heavyweights traded blows back and forth before the Royals were crowned the winners, 47-41.
We played them 3 times already in the season, 2 tournaments and 1 league play, and I saw some cracks in their armor, and the night we exploited that, and it worked pretty fine. We had 14 points. I'm trying to just stall and kill the clock, and some questionable calls went their way. I tried to give them back in the game, but nevertheless, I give God thanks and praise. Our guys, we kept our composure, we stayed poised, and we finished the game strong. We did nothing. We had a game plan. We started the game plan. We had like 5 points, and we didn't do anything. The last 2 minutes is the best we played, and pretty much on defense. So now we got to pretty much go back and now regroup. And then once we get our thoughts in order, and we can come back and execute for tomorrow.
Now, in senior girls play, the Rattlers had an easy time running their plays, maybe because the CV Bethel Stingrays' legs were tired from having to go at the sides of Game 3 in the first round as CI won 44-23.
On their slowness tonight. We came out and their emphasis were play the type of defense we should.
I think my girls, their legs were dead, coming off a hard, serious banana draws. We played Friday and Saturday. We came out flat tonight. Hopefully we could go and regroup and come up with more fire and intensity for tomorrow night.
And in junior girls play, having gone through the regular season undefeated and sweeping through the playoffs, the Scorpions of T.A. Thompson were ready to sting the Lions of H.O., who had jumped out in their regular season play, the Lions losing both matches to the Scorpions. But Coach Patty Johnson came with a game plan and exacted revenge in Game 1. The final score, 43-28.
Well, after we had a little shot, you know, TA, they have some very good guards. There's some excellent guards. I wish I had 1 or 2. But we had to stop them. We had to stop the guards. You know, when we come back for Game 2, we got to be ready on our top game. They said they have some good guards. So my kids came out today, and they did a little bit better on the track. You understand? I'll take it.
We didn't play team basketball, and team basketball is what had us in an undefeated season. So we're going to go back and we're going to work on what got us here, which is team basketball. I was okay with the end of the game. I wasn't pleased at all with the beginning of the game. We came in defeated, and so that had me a little thrown.
Now the losers have a short time to dwell because they are back at it today at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. The junior girls go first, followed by the junior boys, senior girls, and then that senior boys matchup should get underway at about 8 o'clock. So all roads leading back to the Kendall G.L. Isaacs Gymnasium, government school basketball at its best.
Mom, guess what it is? That's me. Bartender, do you see me? I on television. I gotta tell my girlfriend I on television.
Hello?
Babe, turn your television to ZNS. Quick, I'm on television.
I don't have a TV in there.
We have Wi-Fi though.
We have Wi-Fi.
That's fine. They upgrade now. You can watch it live from your phone. You just have to download the app.
All right, hold on.
Go to the App Store, type in ZNS, download the app, and you'll be able to watch ZNS straight from your phone. Hurry up and start over again.
Get your news and more anytime, anywhere with the new ZNS app. Stay connected from around the globe with our live stream news updates, all in the palm of your hand. You can also listen to the ZNS Radio Network for your favorite music. Go into your Apple or Google Play Store and download the ZNS app today. Present check?
Miss I just stand now. I still gotta pay?
It's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
Buddy Hield and the Kings have their...
Buddy Hield seemed to be having the best season of his career. He had 32 points the other night. It was a bit disappointing, Shawnee Miller not winning the IAAF World Female Athlete of the Year. The high school rankings will soon be out. Tabernacle, the defending champions, CC Sweeting, they are always there. Who will it be this year? Each Monday on 1540 AM and 104.5 FM, it's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
and entertainment. Wake up with the Morning Edition. Weekdays, 7 a.m., right here on the ZNS Television Network.
Was the talk of the town, but get ready for more.
More energy, more excitement, exhilarating, compelling, informative, educational talk on The Conversation.
I'm Shanique Miller. Pull up a chair with a cup of tea and join me weekdays at 4 on Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, and The Light, 810 AM for The Conversation. I'm excited to have you around the table.
Our final look at whether that front boundary has now exited the southeast Bahamas. High pressure is building across the 700 islands, so you'll see those winds increasing over the next several days, taking us into the weekend. Our forecast for today, mostly sunny and pretty nice with the high temperature getting up to 78 degrees. Tonight, we are looking at patchy clouds, still cool, 68 degrees for your low, and the extended weather forecast over the next 7 days. Things pretty nice, as we tell you, temperature-wise, heading right into Sunday. By Monday, it starts to warm up just a bit, getting up into the low 80s. LaDawn?
Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the morning edition. But before we go, we want to wish our cameraman and my good cousin, Randy Knowles, and our avid viewer, Gerald Bullitt, a very special happy birthday. Make sure to tune in this evening at 6 p.m. for our 2-hour newscast. Once again, I'm LaDawn Davis. Have a great day.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.